Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Kassia. On this channel, we discuss all aspects of the ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. Today, we're going to be talking about the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, and this is occurring on or around the 19th of November, 2021, depending on where you are in the world. In the Northern Hemisphere, it's actually going to be occurring around 5 a.m., on the 19th. And so we're actually going to be doing the full moon releasing and consciousness raising ceremony at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time on the 18th. And for everyone who wants to join that, the information to join is in the description box below. But this is going to be a really powerful eclipse, you guys. It is occurring at 27 degrees of Taurus. And so this is in that final decan of Taurus. It's a very refined energy. It's an energy of longevity. And so the choices and the decisions that we make around this eclipse time, the things that we commit ourselves to, the realizations that we have, whatever it is that's going on, the energy has a longevity to it. Not only is it in the final degree of Taurus, but Taurus is a sign of longevity. It is a sign of stability and commitment. And so, it's a very powerful energy. What makes this eclipse especially interesting is the fact that it is actually the longest partial lunar eclipse of this century. So this partial lunar eclipse is going to last over 3 hours. To be exact, it is 3 hours, 28 minutes, and 23 seconds that we are going to have the Earth mostly overshadowing the light of the moon. It's a partial, so it means it's not being fully encased in the shadow of the Earth, but it's pretty damn close. And so this is very long, and the length of this eclipse, the fact that it's the longest eclipse of the century of this kind, is really interesting because it shows, once again, that longevity in the energy, right? Just how powerful this energy is and how powerfully it's going to really shift and change us. There was a lot of interesting stuff that came through around this eclipse. What's very interesting about this eclipse is that it is happening in almost conjunction to the nodes. It would be more what we call like an inconjunct, because the nodes are actually in the next sign, but they're within a few degrees. And so we're really feeling this karmic energy with this eclipse. It's a major karmic release point. As we move into 2022, we are initiating brand new cycles of spiritual evolution. And I've talked in videos before this about that energy of the Taurus-Scorpio axis, which is where we're going to be seeing all of our eclipses in 2022, as well as the North and South node moving into. And I'm going to do a separate video getting more into that energy. I'm not sure when here, hopefully before I leave for Egypt. If not, then when I return. I will be away, for those who aren't aware, from the 5th to the 21st of December. But we've talked about this energy a little bit. There's a lot to it. This is what I like to call the axis of enlightenment, the Taurus-Scorpio axis. And so there's a lot of powerful illuminations. We're really learning how to be present. We're learning how to integrate the shadow into the totality of the being. We're learning how to master our physical reality, how to master our emotions. We're really learning how to master this whole earthly incarnation. It is an energy of deep mastery. We're also working with a lot of different other energies as well. We're working with the energy of wealth. We're working with the energy of self-love. We're working with the energy of sexuality. So many different things that this axis can represent, and these energies that we are working with as we move into 2022. So we're really going to get a foreshadowing and a preview of that energy, which began with that new moon in Scorpio that we just had. And so really moving deeper into these energies and moving into this place of deep release, where we're really ready to set to rest some of these cycles, these karmic energies that we've been carrying, that we simply do not want to bring with us into 2022. So we have the sun in an inconjunct to the south node. And we have the moon in an inconjunct to the north node. And this is really interesting. We also have the sun at this point being aspected by Pluto as well as Mercury. And then we have the moon, which is in conjunct the north node, that is also being aspected or being influenced or stimulated by the energies of Ceres. And so this is really interesting here because we're really seeing this head-heart kind of energy, right? The sun conjunct the south node, especially with that energy of Mercury coming in, is very much that energy of ego, right? It's that energy of how we see ourselves, who we see ourselves to be, the ways that we identify ourselves, which with that south node energy, right? And the ego in general, we understand that that's a compilation of our past experiences, right? Our past definitions of who we are, all the things that created over the years this interpretation of ourselves and our world and our consciousness. And so that's the energy that we're working with. And with that sextile that we have going on from Pluto here, it's really working to break that down, working to transform that view of ourselves, working to transform that ego identity and really release all of the past experiences, not just from this life, but from many lifetimes. This is like a quantum karma release when we're talking about the releasing factors of this eclipse, right? So past lives, past generations, present life, incarnations, all of these past definitions of who we were and these past experiences that color our perception of ourselves in the world, really being asked to let go of those. And with the moon in conjunct that north node, which is the energy we're moving into, and getting that aspect from Ceres, this is a deep heart energy. This is a deep healing energy. And we're really being called to step into the person that we're becoming, that we may not be able to see yet, but we can feel, right? The energy of the moon is asking us to feel into it, especially with that aspect from Ceres. We may not know who we're becoming, but we can feel them, right? We have that sense. We're being asked to get out of the analytical mind and really step into the heart, step into, with that Taurus energy, this energy of presence. When I am fully present in my heart, what is my heart guiding me to do? Where is my heart guiding me, right? Dropping all these pretenses of who and what we thought we were, what we thought our lives in the world was supposed to look like, and stepping into where we are now, who we are now, and really fully embracing that. What makes this even more interesting of an eclipse is the fact that we have a T-square action going on with Jupiter. And so between the sun, the moon, and Jupiter, with, of course, Mercury being so close to the sun, also kind of included in this. So we have Jupiter as this squaring point, this focal point for this energy. And what Jupiter is asking us to do is think bigger, to dream bigger, to have faith. Right? There's so much, it can be such a scary process, right? When we're letting go of these layers of identity, when we're stepping into the unknown, but Jupiter is telling us the only way that we can do this is to have that faith and that belief, both in ourselves and in spirit, right? That belief in ourselves that we can do this, that we are capable, really letting go, like we said, of those past limitations that we placed on ourselves. The things that we said we were and were not capable of, the things that we said we could and could not experience in life, right? Jupiter is saying, bust right out of that cage that you've made for yourself, right? Get out of that box. You are so much bigger. Let yourself expand into what you are becoming, and have faith and trust that even as you move into the unknown, you are held, you are loved, and you are guided. This is what Jupiter is telling us as we're moving forward to this. And this is the way, that's how we have to move through this energy. Yeah, when we feel that resistance coming up to our expansion, we want to ask ourselves those questions, right? Where is this resistance coming from? Is this based on an old belief system? Is this based on some old framework of who I thought I was, right? Like, is this an old limiting idea that I've attached onto that I'm ready to shed, right? What is it that is creating that resistance? Am I trying to hold on to an aspect of my identity that is no longer relevant? That is no longer me, right? Yeah, and remember, Jupiter is in Aquarius right now, so that's really amplifying this energy of being bigger and thinking bigger, thinking outside the box. To add to this, we have Venus, who is the ruler of this full moon, who is in a sextile to Mars and a trine to Uranus. And she's been within these energies. We've talked about these energies in the weekly forecast a little bit. This is a very stimulating energy for Venus. She's feeling very empowered. She's feeling very motivated, right? And by she, I mean us, right? The aspect of us that relates and is tapped into her beautiful feminine energy. And so we're feeling inspired. We're feeling motivated. We want to put ourselves out there in the world. We want to do things differently than we've done them before. And we're feeling the courage to be able to do that, especially with Venus in the sign of Capricorn, which is a very straightforward energy, right? Capricorn is a very ambitious energy. It's a very let's get it done kind of an energy. And so we're really moving through getting things done and perhaps tackling projects and ideas that we might have never thought ourselves capable of. This energy is so beautiful. We also have a square with Venus and Chiron right now. And so this is absolutely bringing to the surface any of those insecurities when it comes to our competency, our capabilities, right? Our ability to apply ourselves practically in our lives, our ability to move forward, and our worthiness of receiving what it is that we are desiring and wanting to move toward. And so we're really looking at any of these energies, any of these wounds that may be coming up, but there's an incredible ability for healing and channeling that energy in a productive manner. So overall, just a really gorgeous and empowering, but probably highly emotional full moon that we are experiencing. So the best way to navigate this eclipse is to stay fully present in the heart, right? And like we said, to let go of all those preconceived notions of who we think we are and what it is that we think that we're meant to do. Some of us may be finding that there's a plot twist coming. Clear. And the more we can open ourselves up to what is and let go of what was or what we thought things were supposed to be, the better we can embrace this energy and really run with it. And really let what's wanting to close out. Really, really do. And if you guys want extra assistance with this, or you want a tribe to do this with, then join that full moon consciousness raising and releasing ceremony on the night of the 18th, Eastern Standard Time. All right. I want to get some Archangel Power cards and see what energies we have for this full moon eclipse. And that was interesting, trying to shuffle those. What energies, what guidance do we have for this full moon eclipse? All right, we have the Wheel coming out. New beginnings, end of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness. And so that's like the Wheel of Fortune in the traditional deck, which also represents karma as well. So the Wheel of Karma turning, those cycles, like we said, right? We're closing out a major cycle right now because we're beginning a whole new cycle of evolution in 2022. A change in direction that offers happiness. This is where we said we're letting go of what we thought our life was going to be, because for some of us, our life may be going in a completely different direction. And yeah, trust me when I say I can relate to that energy right now. So yeah, anything, it's just that things are moving forward. And then we have the Page of Michael coming out. An exciting new challenge, you have what it takes to succeed. So yeah, there's something, and this is why Jupiter is calling us to have faith right now, because there is some, as we begin this new cycle of evolution, we're all going to be presented with something new, right? Something that is challenging because we've never done it before. Something that is unknown. But the guidance that we're receiving is that we all have what it takes to succeed, right? We are confident. We are competent. We are able to handle whatever it is that's coming our way, whatever these new challenges and situations are. They're here to enhance our spiritual growth. And then we have the Star coming out, which is beautiful. And we know this represents deep healing, trust, vulnerability, a dream come true, believe in yourself, the end of a difficult situation. So for some people, it's almost like your wishes and your dreams are coming true, especially if they felt delayed or it felt like nothing was happening. It's like the energy around this eclipse is really going to start picking up. But it's all about believing in ourselves. And for a lot of us, that was where we were struggling, right? This energy of believing that we were worthy, the energy of believing that we were capable. Yeah. Dreams and wishes coming true, some of which we didn't even know we had. And just deep healing with this star card, right? We talked about with that series energy too. There's just a deep, deep level of healing. Interesting, I said hearing, right? Healing that's happening for us, not just on a emotional level, but on a cellular level too. Remember, Taurus is a very physical sign, and so with that new moon, we had those major psychic activations. Right, we had all of that activating in those aspects of our energy body. With this full moon, we're getting those physical activations, that cellular regeneration. It definitely feels like an energy of regeneration. But yeah, just a deep healing. And for some of us, it's like as we are able to really fully release and step out of these old cycles and ways of being, these old identities, really shed our skin, there's incredible healing that comes from that process. And then we have the King of Gabriel, which would be, I believe, the King of Wands. Keep your eyes on the big picture, leave the details to others. Experience that leads to success. And so this is us really stepping into that energy when we talked about, especially when we were talking about the energy of Venus with that sextile to Mars and the trine to Uranus, or whatever the specifics were of those aspects. This is us becoming more inspired, becoming more driven, really getting focused. It's like we see something is revealed and we see what it is that's meant to be our focus, and we got our eyes on the prize. We're like, okay, this is what it is. Okay, this is what's next. All right, and it may be unexpected. It's going to be challenging for a lot of us because it's as we move into this, it's a brand new cycle of growth. New cycles mean new things. It means that we haven't done this before. Okay, so it's going to feel intimidating, but there's like this inner resolve. We're all gaining this deep sense of inner commitment and resolve to our paths, to our growth, to whatever it is that we feel called and driven to do next. So beautiful energy there. Where else do I want to go with this today? What do we want? I want to do some Queen of the Moon Oracle for you guys. Get in that moon vibe here. Right? So it's learning, it's growing, it's exploring. Clear. So much, it's just so powerful, like all of the fresh new energies that are coming in. And that's because this is such a major release, right? We're making space for so much that is new. Tell us more about this full moon eclipse in Taurus. Yeah, the end of a difficult situation, that line is really sticking out to me. People who have been in very challenging situations where you felt stuck, it's like you get this energy helps get you unstuck. Whether it's just in your own life falling back into old habits and patterns, or whether it's an extraneous situation that you felt trapped in. It's like because, and once again, it's because of the inner work that's happening in here. Once you've completed the cycle, you've released the attachment to those energies, to that cycle. You've learned your lessons. You have that energy of finally, and it's like, I feel like the release for people that's kept us stuck in these cycles, it was that emotional attachment. And so there's like a releasing of that emotional attachment to these cycles. And that's what's finally allowing them to be put to rest. And we may see like profound shifts in our outer reality as this happens internally. We have will coming out. Like I said, that fire, that willpower really being activated. But it's like our will, we are merging. It's not like the will of the ego. This is like higher will. This is divine will. And this is us merging with divine will. And feeling incredibly empowered as a result of that. Like there's absolutely nothing that we can't do because our will is aligned with the will of the divine. That's what that feels like to me. Yeah, faith, that energy we were talking about with Jupiter. Having faith in our creations. You see how she's this beautiful mother goddess and she has the earth in her belly? having faith in our creations, believing in the impossible, having faith in whatever it is that you are birthing, whatever it is that you are creating, however it is that you are being called to step up. We're all being asked to step up right now, and we have that faith within us. If we don't have it, we are learning how to tap into it. It's like surrendering our will to the higher guidance of the divine. Whatever it is that we're being called to do, it's about seeing that bigger picture. Whew. Yeah, this card is powerful for me right now, you guys. I can't really get into it and share it right now, but what I can say is, like, this moon is activating within us. You see how it's shining down on her? Whatever it is that we're meant to create next. And we're going to really feel that, I think. We're going to really feel that. We're going to be really tapped in and tuned into that. The water, this moon is stirring the waters of our soul. And it's delivering the cosmic gifts that are ready to be birthed and brought forth into this reality. And then we have attraction. So there's a lot of powerful energy of attraction with this moon as well. And as we have faith, we attract all the circumstances and the support that we need in order to move forward. Give me some more on attraction. We have the unexpected and gratitude coming out. Yeah, so like I said, there's going to be, there may be a lot of plot twists, right? And as unexpected things come to pass, there's just this incredible, immense energy of gratitude. We're being asked to be grateful for the unexpected, because these unexpected gifts, these unexpected blessings that we've attracted into our reality are like the value. We may not even see the full value yet. But just really be grateful if you're experiencing one of these plot twists that we're talking about here. Just be very, very, very grateful for that energy. The unexpected, this is the blue moon card, can also represent unexpected visitors. Just things, people and things that show up that we were not anticipating. And it's that energy of miracles with the blue moon, right? Once in a blue moon. Things that we had not even expected to be possible becoming possible. And so this is that energy too of like those miracles happening. And that energy of our dreams and wishes coming true. There are probably things that we wished for and desired that we did not anticipate would actually or could actually show up in our reality. And we've attracted them into our reality with our faith. With our faith coupled with the actions that we take, right? Faith and will. With our united will. Where our will has been divided, it is becoming united. And as that process happens, we are attracting incredible blessings into our lives in possibly the most unexpected ways. Yes, and then we have creation on the bottom of the deck. So we are all stepping into our power as creators. And we are creating something, each of us is creating something incredible in our own way. And you notice how the moon is like lighting up the head here. So it's really like that energy of the mind too, and the power. Remember, with that Mercury-Mars conjunction, we had a lot of capabilities with our minds, right? To create. Our minds were incredibly powerful. So what did you create? Did you use that energy to create? And Spirit's saying you still can. Keep using that energy to create. Keep using that higher mind, tapping into that higher mind, and really speaking and dreaming your world into being, because we are so incredibly capable of that. And it's like, when these blessings, these unexpected blessings come through too, know that those are your creations as well. Right? Those are your creations. And so be in that energy of gratitude for them, and allow yourself to be in that energy of awe. Right? Wow. Yeah, really powerful. Let's see what else we want to do here. We're going to get a couple Starseed Oracle cards to close out this a full moon eclipse in Taurus reading. Yeah, lots of... Remember, we have Uranus in the sign of Taurus right now, who does govern the unexpected. And everyone who has major placements in Taurus and Scorpio, or any of the fixed signs really, is going to have a pretty powerful year next year. And anyone who does have major placements in Taurus has possibly been feeling this Uranus and Taurus energy too. And it kicks up and sends unexpected things. Well, I was going to say when you least expect it, but I guess that is the definition of unexpected, right? All right. This full moon in Taurus, eclipse. Ooh. We have master healing coming out. With soul child. And so this is all about us reconnecting to our inner child. Right? Reconnecting to that beautiful, playful aspect of who we are. And with this master healing, right? This is a 33 card. This is about us really stepping into the next phase of our spiritual mastery, learning something new once again. We're all embarking on a journey of learning something new. And yes, we are releasing the past so that we can step into this energy. But it's really like this just a major new cycle. And we're going to see how this cycle continues to evolve as we move through 2022. But it's a major initiation for many of us. And it's really reconnecting us back with the purity of our souls. Yeah. And as we know, there are lots of very powerful starseeds coming onto this planet right now. Very, very powerful starseed children being born who are healing and teaching, here to heal and teach humanity. So I'm definitely feeling that energy coming in very powerfully as well. But it's like, how are you able to step into the next level of your spiritual mastery? And isn't it interesting how we go back to, when we can make ourselves younger, more playful, more childlike, we actually experience a deeper level of mastery and healing. It's like releasing all of that, for lack of a better term, right? All of that bullshit that's piled up over the years, and reconnecting with our innocence, reconnecting with our purity, right? Reconnecting with our joy. Reconnecting with the magic, right? Children are magic. They see the world as magic. And then life really kind of beats the magic out of us, right? That's how the world used to be. The world is not like that anymore. We are shifting, we are changing this structure, this energy. But for a lot of us, that's what our experience was like. And so it's this energy of really reconnecting with that magic before the world kind of snuffed it out for us, which really brings us into a deeper level, like we said, a deeper level of our healing and our mastery. Let's see. As you meditate, remain true to what inspires your heart and commit to your spiritual path. You become an increasingly powerful healer. You are here to give your own life, to be true to what genuinely moves you, or to live your own life, rather, to be true to what genuinely moves you. The unconditionally loving guide and ascended master Serapis Bey comes to you now with a blessing of master healing to further your success on your path. Let's see. This says, the Master Serapis Bey is a loving guide for those who feel a strong soul connection to ancient Egypt, for healers who are developing their own modalities, and for those who love to work with high-frequency concepts. And I think that quite a few of us, those watching, are in a process of learning how to develop your own healing modalities, learning how to develop your own systems in whatever way that resonates, creating things that haven't been created before, okay? I guess would be the best way to put it. So Serapis Bey is really great to call on. He also assists with the translation of spiritual inspiration into practical worldly plans. And we know this Taurus energy is all about those practical worldly plans and energies. He comes to confirm that the Ascended Masters are aware of you. You are an integral part of a powerful spiritual team that has taken physical incarnation to help awaken consciousness into love. You are asked to tune into your heart. What do you love enough to overcome any obstacle to attain it? What motivates and inspires you? Not what seems possible or practical, but what is authentic. Remember, out of the head and into the heart. We are most powerful when we serve authentically from the heart. A bird might learn how to dive underwater from time to time, but it is never going to be at its most powerful if it has to live underwater. It would struggle to thrive if it were to force itself into unnatural expressions of its life energy. The bird yearns to fly because that is its divine nature and purpose. You too have divine nature and purpose, and your heart holds the clue. What feels most like you? It is difficult to access the truth of our own nature when we believe we should live up to the expectations of others. If we are attached to an outcome or afraid of an answer, we can unintentionally block our perceptive faculties, a spiritual version of sticking our fingers in our ears and shouting blah, blah, blah. The blessing of Serapis Bey includes his clear flame of divine cleansing light. This can assist us in letting go of whatever blocks us from knowing the truth of our nature. When we are willing to be who we are, the universe can more easily guide us to fulfill our destinies. Serapis Bey will help you see yourself truthfully. You may gain feedback from others that helps you understand the value of what you share. Or you may simply find it easier to view yourself objectively, with a compassionate, appreciative, and discerning inner eye. As you learn and accept who you are, you become a more powerful vibration for masters to put to use in the plan of love. If you have a dream in your heart, know that it has been placed there for divine purpose. What you dream and desire contains the seed of divinity. It is meant to help attract your life mission and fulfill it with joy, love, creativity, and pleasure. If you are willing to go through what is necessary for an outcome, it will happen for us. The details may appear different from what we imagined they would, right? The unexpected, but the truth remains. If you ask for something and are willing to go through the process required to have that come to life, it will happen for you. The universe is that generous, unconditionally supporting and loving of you. It is your creative partner. It will provide you with all you need to manifest your dreams, desires, and destiny. And that's what this creation card too. Like some of us, we asked for something. We created it by the asking, right? By the intention. But the way that what we were asking for comes to us may not be what we expected at all. Right? It may be something that we could never have foreseen. And we may not even recognize it as such right away. That's why we must have gratitude for everything that shows up. Right? I love it and I chose it. Yeah. Yeah, so this is reconnecting with our inner child, but this is also about rebirth. Oh, this is going to be perfect. Yeah, these two cards are perfect to close with everything we've talked about. So I'm going to read this one for you guys too. Rebirth is upon you, beautiful child of the universe. You have prepared for new life and it is starting right now. The divine moment of rebirth, which occurs after a period of struggle, of intense inner work and physical transformation, has arrived. Enjoy getting to know this new self. It is a new day, a new beginning, a new you. Like an adventurer exploring the discovery of a brand new world, take your time to explore the increase of your light, power, and love. You have undergone the death of the old order. Nothing is as it was, nor will it be so again. You have had to learn detachment, to release and let go over and over again. In so many ways, you have experienced inner death as you have bravely surrendered that which no longer serves your growth this lifetime, even if you once loved it dearly or couldn't imagine life without it. Deep inside through that process, your soul has been gathering energy. It has been drawing it away from the old forms of your life and relationships, from your old beliefs about your health, finances, work, and what used to hold meaning for you. It has done so in order to feed the new soul child being carried within your body. This new you is filled with divine light, love, and power. Your inner soul child, this newly integrated self, is preparing for birth now. For that which is no longer, something new is now being born. Or from that which is no longer, something new is now being born. You are ready for the next cycle or phase of your life. Even if, like a newborn colt learning to stand steady on shaky legs, you are not sure of your strength, be reassured. The new self you are experiencing will grow strong and powerful soon enough. Let confidence in your new self emerge. Reflect upon how different you are now to a year or even a month ago. Be curious about who you are now. Do not expect the same reactions or experiences you encountered in your past. It is a time of celebration and acknowledgement that a new day, a new you has begun a journey in the physical world. You shall enjoy the divine harvest of all of your growth and effort. This card can also indicate that a child around you, perhaps one about whom you have been thinking deeply, is particularly gifted or spiritually oriented. This child may have an important mission this lifetime and need your loving support and spiritual encouragement to thrive into that mission, according to his or her own divine timing. And this is what we talk about, those star children, those very powerful children coming onto this planet right now. You may be connected to one of those children. That may be what's unexpected for some, right? This card may also be a sign that a new business idea, professional or personal relationship or lifestyle choice is going to support the growth of your spirit in a positive and encouraging way. If this is the case, that new idea or connection will lead to the birth of creative new programs, ideas, and structures in your life. On the other hand, if something has been flagging in energy or success, but you are not yet inclined to give up, this oracle comes as confirmation and encouragement. Rebirth is going to happen. Do not give up. Sometimes it is darkest just before the dawn, and that message has been coming through over and over and over again. Don't give up. You are so close. You are almost there. Yeah, just a really beautiful reading today. I think really empowering. Really, like we said, these two cards just summed up the whole reading for you guys. So I don't want to go over it again because it's already been said. Really embrace these new changes, embrace the unexpected, let go of all of the old outdated visions of who you are, of your life, because something brand new is coming and it is going to be incredible. We're just asked to have that faith. All right, I love you guys. I appreciate you so much. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, hit that like button. Drop a comment down below. Let me know how you're doing. If you want to join that full moon ceremony, the information, as I said, is in the description box below. My email is also in the description box below with a list of the different services I offer. If you would like to do any one-on-one work with me, please reach out to me. And there are links down below to donate if you feel so moved to. You guys are incredible. You're so beautiful. Have a happy, happy full moon. Eclipse.